Become a patron at www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm for hard to find books, scans of rare photos, and articles on the golden era of bodybuilding.
Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here. Today I'd like to describe some exercises that incorporate the principle of cheating as practiced by 1946 Mr. America Alan Stephan. Alan Stephan was a popular bodybuilder during the Silver Era due to his good looks, blonde hair, Herculean physique, and that winning smile. In an article I recently read, written by Alan Stephan, he describes the exercises detailed today. Further, he emphasizes the importance of the principle of cheating in developing mass and strength for natural lifters. As he puts it, cheating, that is the principle of cheating, involves the use of the stabilizers, mainly the legs and back, to initiate just the right amount of momentum to help you pass that sticking point in each exercise. And for the naysayers, he further points out that, for example, if John Davis, who was one of the world's greatest heavyweight Olympic weightlifters at the time, and really of all time, used the cheating principle to press 370 pounds overhead, then I guess it does say something about the effectiveness of this principle. Enjoy. Now, the first exercise mentioned in this article, of course, is the cheating curl, one of the most popular exercises to cheat in. But a lot of people, I have to admit, do it very, very wrong. As Alan Stephan puts it, one has to, again, use the body to just create an initial momentum to bring the bar up. You want to hold the bar as you would in a normal two-handed barbell curl, with feet around shoulder width or slightly wider, just to really help you with that stabilization. You want to lean forward initially at the hips before, so you want to almost actually tilt forward at the hips. And as you start the curl, you lean back a little. As you can see, you can actually see here Alan Stephan, who's actually performing the exercises. I mean, he looks massive there, doesn't he? He's just starting to lean a little back as he and he almost uses his legs to drag, and to initiate the motion. He almost drags the bar up a little bit, and he then begins to pass that sticking point and performs the curl, and he slowly brings the bar down again and repeats. He recommends to start off with a weight that you can do for 6 reps for 3 sets, and then work up to 10 reps of 6 sets before you increase the weight again. And again, with all these exercises, be very, very careful, especially with the lower back. Firstly, to not use too much of the lower back, and of course, in doing so, you actually could hurt your lower back. So again, just enough to initiate the momentum. Now, this next exercise, which is back then at least called the cheating bench supine press, is actually a powerlifting movement where you use your whole body. Back then, you can see this diagram here, there is no stands, because back then they used to actually hand you the bar as you did it, which is why the first instruction here says hold the bar at arm's length. But of course, you're going to unrack the bar. You want to hold the bar then at arm's length and bring the bar down. And as you press off the chest, you want to arch your back and raise the hips. Now, I used to do this myself because, again, I was actually a powerlifter a while ago, before I tore my pec tendon. And as you actually press off the chest and arch your back and raise the hips, you create this incredible tension across the whole body, and you should really be feeling the motion all the way from your feet. The energy really off the floor is helping you lift that bar up, and you actually should feel tension from your feet, calves, hamstrings. You can see Alan Stephan's hamstrings, glutes, and lower back even bursting through the musculature. You can see the musculature bursting through the skin. Can you actually see how contracted his hamstrings, glutes, and lower back is? Because the motion, it becomes a total body motion. You're pressing actually off the floor. That's what it actually should feel like. You're almost, as you press your feet into the floor and raise your hips and arch your back, you're actually using that pressing motion that you press off the floor to press the bar off the chest. It's a very specific kind of movement that is used by powerlifters, and is actually advocated by the very great, I still believe he's a great trainer, C.T. Fletcher. He actually talks a lot about this on his own channel. It's as called back then the cheating bench supine press, a fantastic motion. You want to use a weight you can use for 8 reps for 3 sets, at least that's what's recommended in this article, and aim for 12 reps of 3 sets. So an alternative exercise to the cheating press, that is a cheating bench press, is to actually do it off the floor. And again, it's very, very different to the previous exercise, but I think it's even it gives you even more power. The cheating floor supine press is very different in that your movement, especially of your legs and your trunk, is very, very different to the one for the cheating bench press. Again, if you want to adapt it to nowadays, I would do this in a power rack. You want to unrack the bar, hold the bar at arm's length, and really set yourself up. As you bring the bar down, you can actually see that here Alan Stephan is already arching his back and has raised his hips as he begins to bring the bar down. And the reason you want to do that is because once the bar makes contact with your chest, you actually want to contract the legs, hips, glutes, and the lower back and perform what's called a body toss. Basically, it's going to be a small contraction, a very forceful but small contraction, where you're going to heave the bar almost off your belly actually, and toss it off you literally to aid you in that sticking point below, and then to allow you to press the bar up to arm's length again. It's a very great motion for developing the triceps, for developing strength in your shoulders, and of course the chest. Again, you want to use a weight where you're going to use 8 repetitions of 3 sets, and again aim for 12 reps where you do 3 sets of these 12 reps. Now for the back, an excellent exercise that is actually recommended in this article, the 4th one, is the wide grip row. Now this is not the best photo to really use, however it does point something very, very important, and that is the height of Alan Stephan's trunk here. You can see that he's almost, he's looking straight ahead, and you can actually see his chest, and it should give you an idea as to how high he's actually raised his body, because that's the whole point. While you're holding the bar at arm's length at the collars, actually, it shouldn't be that he's got kind of a medium grip there, but you actually want to hold the arm's length almost at the collars, like you're doing basically like a snatch, right? And off the floor. And you want to use your trunk to actually help you heave the row up, right? Or heave the bar up as you row. As the bar leaves the floor, so you imagine you're standing over the bar, you can see his feet are way wider than shoulder width apart, and you want to pull with your arms, right? And as the bar leaves the floor, you want to not just pull with your arms, but slightly pull with your body and bring the bar up to the waist. The body should basically travel up as you do, so you don't actually stay parallel to the floor like you would in a very strict barbell rowing motion. No, the body should actually travel up about 1 foot, and therefore if you're doing it in front of a mirror, you should be able to see your chest and your face because you are moving the body up. You're actually moving it about 30-35 centimeters, and this body pull will help you pull the bar up to your waist and therefore allow you to use more weight. The reason why you actually, by the way, hold the bar at arm's length is because it really will help you work the full length of the latissimus according to Alan Stephan in this article. Again, you want to use a weight now that will allow you to perform 6 repetitions, in this case for 4 sets, and you want to aim for 12 reps for 4 sets before increasing the weight. And again, once again, you want to be careful when performing this exercise that you don't hurt your lower back, because you are pulling with the lower back, with the trunk of the body. Now the continental press has got to be probably one of the most popular exercises that was used in the silver era, which was used actually in the silver era with the cheating principle. And it was used so much so that it was actually part of Olympic weightlifting prior to the 1930s, until the press became really more regulated as a movement, and eventually it was actually removed completely from Olympic weightlifting, but that's another story. The continental press involves you actually arching your back, as you can see Alan Stephan doing, as you press the bar overhead. And I'm going to explain now the exercise and actually why you have to arch your back in a minute. You want to start off with your feet wider than shoulder width, and have the bar, of course, on your chest as you would with a normal military press. And you want to heave a bit. You want to heave a bit to get the weight up. So you want to shove again with the lower back contraction, your legs contracting. It's all about the stabilizers here. With all these movements, you gotta initialize that momentum with the legs and the trunk. You want to heave that weight up a little bit off you, so maybe a couple of inches off your chest, but not bending the knees. You don't want to bend the knees, otherwise the legs become too involved. As you heave to get the weight slightly up, you begin to press away from the shoulders, and as it starts passing your forehead, you want to actually get under the weight and start arching your back into almost what's called a back bend. So you want to bend your back a little bit as you press the bar overhead. And this is what's actually called the continental press, because you'll see online there are some guys that arch all the way back, and it actually ends up looking like a standing bench press, if you can think about it, or a standing chest press. They're leaning so far back that the chest muscles get involved, and that's the key to the continental press. It is not a strict military press that works the shoulders and triceps. It actually involves the chest muscles too, which is why you bend backwards, and therefore you get under the weight much more I guess I wouldn't say efficiently, but you just basically get under the weight that way by bending backwards and pressing the bar overhead. You want to use a weight that you can handle for 6 reps for 4 sets, and again aim for 12 reps of performing 4 sets of 12 reps. Again, be very careful with the lower back here. And once again, the continental press, as I stated at the very beginning of this video, was a favorite of heavyweight Olympic weightlifting champion John Davis, who could perform almost 370 pounds, 365 pounds actually. He actually used the continental press to be able to press strictly 365, and that is one hell of a poundage to be pressing overhead. Now, if you're interested in learning more about how Reg Park developed his Herculean physique, please visit my website, www.goldenerabookroom.com, where you'll find books titled such as Reg Park's original 5x5 routines. That's right, his original 5x5 routines that helped him develop that thick mass and strength, as well as that enormous rib cage. That information you'll find on rib cage and chest development, also by Reg Park, plus many other titles written by Reg Park, available on my website, www.goldenerabookroom.com. So I do hope that the explanation of this article and this video has proven the effectiveness of the cheating principle when applied to these particular exercises. These are definitely exercises that are not to be performed in a strict fashion. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the key is to use enough of the stabilizing muscles, that is the back and the legs, to initiate an initial momentum and allow you to actually begin the motion, passing that sticking point, and then pressing or curling or pulling more than what you would normally handle. And therefore it does really work on the strength and allows one to really gain a lot more muscular mass than you normally would performing these exercises strict. The article does state to only use one of these exercises at a time because they are extremely strenuous to the whole body. Understand that these are full body motions. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't to the Golden Era Bookworm. Leave me your comments, and thank you for watching. I'll leave you with this wonderful photo of Alan Stephan. Truly a fantastic figure. You can see his winning smile, blonde hair, good looks, and of course his wonderful Herculean physique. He had a hell of a V-tape, as you can see, those flaring lats. Fantastic bodybuilder from the silver era. If you'd like to support my work and research, please donate via PayPal. You can become a patron. Please visit my website, where you'll find many books, many out-of-print books and courses on old school bodybuilding, as well as self-written books. that is written by myself. And of course, if you wish to collaborate, please just message me via email. That's it for me. Hope you've enjoyed the video once again. This is the Golden Era Bookworm. Bye for now. Hi everybody, here's a quick announcement from Old School Labs, one of my sponsors. They're giving away 20 free products if you simply follow the rules as listed. You like the post on Instagram that I'll be actually putting in the description in the description of this video. You've got to like the post, so click on the link, like the post, follow Old School Labs, and tag a friend, and give a comment. Give a comment, and that'll count as an entry. As you can read there, the more comments you give, the more chances you have of winning, because each comment counts as one entry. On top of that, they also have a special offer where you can get 20% off all their products on Amazon. That's right, on Amazon.com. You simply use the code START2020, and you can go through all the different products, use that code to get 20% off. So either way, you're going to win. You're going to get rewarded with a 20% off discount, even if you don't get one of these 20 free products in the giveaway. Okay, that's it. And yeah, check it out, Old School Labs. Thanks. To take full advantage of my affiliation with NSP Nutrition and Old School Labs, please visit their respective websites and use codes GUB20 or Bookworm12 to get a discount off their selected products.
And for an entertaining look at the history of bodybuilding's supplement industry, I would highly recommend watching Subs the Movie, which I have collaborated in, available at Amazon Prime and Vimeo.